Hello and welcome. I am Arta Mehana and I'm thrilled to be hosting this special edition series of podcasts talking entrepreneurship in Western Balkans with focus on youth. I am honored to be sitting today with a remarkable guest, a woman with a seasoned experience in the energy sector, Ms. Arijeta Pajaziti. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Today, I would like to know more about you, your work in your field, and I would like to focus more on your take on entrepreneurship for women in Kosovo, especially young women in Kosovo. Because I know you have a long experience, you've been supporting women for a long time, and I'd like to know more from your perspective.
Thank you very much, Arta. I was young once, so I have experienced a lot of things that you are experiencing today. And yes, I'm in the energy sector. My professional background is engineering. So my primary work is as an engineer specialist for SCADA EMS in COST, that is Kosovar Operation System Transmission and Trade. And in addition to that, I am Executive Director of AWESC, that is Association of Women in Energy Sector of Kosovo, and facing for many now decades a lot of things that has led us to think of establishing an association of women and work more actively on this direction for empowering women in the sector, for giving a role model examples for young girls, for supporting them to join the STEM sector, yes, and to support them to be part of the sector and to feel they're very comfortable. So we just wanted to give an example that it's really difficult sector, but you can survive and succeed.
From your experience, from your long experience, what is your take on the changes that are happening now? Where do you see Kosovo young girls today compared to the past? You know, the opportunities that are provided. How has the market changed?
The problem of women in the energy sector is not only in Kosovo or in region; it's a global problem because this sector is treated as a male sector, or the sector that you need muscles to be part of it, and we as a country of European country, or a part of the ex-European country, we had the faith that we had some women already in the sector. The number was not so big, but we had some examples that served as the role models even for us. And we want to continue this tradition, and we want to give much better examples and some initiatives, some things that are happening now in the momentum we are living, for example, like energy transition and the integration of renewable energy. This opens the door for women and for young girls in much higher percentage to join the sector, because they will find themselves even other profession, not only engineering, even some other STEM subjects like chemistry or physics, and we have to think of engaging them to be part of it, because now even the equipments that are the primary part of the energy sector are intelligent device. Yes, and they are all, you can configure them. And for the configuration, you don't need muscles, you need the brain.
Yeah.
So we feel equal, we were equal. We are not searching for equity or equality, but now I think it's the momentum of not thinking why, but thinking how to do it.
Well, related to that, when young students join the STEM field of studies, in their mind there are some big corporations that operate in Kosovo which they can join. But in terms of new enterprises or startups, do you think we are lacking behind on creating more opportunities for young people in general to join the sector? Because we have some big corporations that operate, but they cannot accumulate all the potential or all the students that are through the studies or finishing their studies.
Yeah,
so what can we do more on that field? Because when we invite people or we invite young people to join the STEM sector field, we have to think about the options that they have in the market today to actually be settled with a job.
Yes, it's true, but nowadays the young generations have some other opportunities that we didn't have. For example, it's internship.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of international programs are organizing internship, a paid internship for them. So even before they are being graduated, they can have opportunity to work for some months, 1 year, to some big organizations that you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them can find themselves to continue working there. But there are always someone else that think of establishing something on their own. So I think now the opportunities are much bigger because there are a lot of initiatives even from bank sector for the and from other programs for startups, so they can
access to finance.
Yeah, access to finance and try to establish something and to work on what they believe in.
Related to your work that you do in your organization, can you speak more of specific programs that you are running there?
You mean NGO?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, your NGO.
Yeah. We are doing a lot of mentorship.
Mentorship, okay.
Yes, as an NGO, and we apply for some projects to give an impact, to reflect on the society, our work and our orientation. Mm-hmm. Until now, we have finished some projects. The first one was on 2019 because we are registered from the 2018. Being launched on June 2017, sorry, and we were all the time being supported by USAID and some other international programs. But what we wanted to do was to raise awareness of everyone, to find the things, even in the organization, that can help women to empower and girls, next generations, to join the sector. So our initiatives were, the first project was the support for young girls to be oriented to the STEM subjects. It was being performed in 5 cities in Kosovo, information sessions to the high schools. The second project was the first publication being done in Kosovo by someone domestic. It's the publication Gender Diversity in the Energy Sector of Kosovo. For that project, we were being supported by GIZ. Other project was the first regional conference, since we are not only for Kosovo, but even for the region, the first NGO working on this field. And we had organized in 2022 the first regional conference, Energy and Women, with the participation of people from the region, from North Macedonia, from Albania, Kosovo. From Bosnia, they wanted to come because they have an initiative for establishing an NGO, and we were supporting them and helping. But due to the visa issues, they couldn't join us. And it was live streamed, so a lot of people have had the opportunity to see that conference. It was 1-day conference. Then we had another project that we have finished last year. It was Women for Women, Energy Efficiency and Energy Saving. Again, in the whole Kosovo in 4 cities. We went in the collaboration with the municipalities and worked with a group of women for explaining them the tariffs, efficiency, equipments. And yes, we are for many years a part of all the work groups of the Ministry of Economy for drafting and making a new strategy. So the target is very ambitious, but I think we are working and we are going to reach it.
You're working a lot.
Yes, because we try to be not just a seat, but even the voice when we are somewhere. And all this subsidized from the ministry, the equipments, domestic equipments. There was our proposal. We wanted to show them, the people, that if we buy something that is more efficient, we can save our budget. I did it by myself, and I've just published in my Facebook that comparing with last year, my energy consumption is 5 times lower than before.
Okay, that's very interesting.
Yeah. Let's start by giving our own examples.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for that initiative and for all your initiatives so far. Now, you mentioned regional conferences, you mentioned the study, you mentioned you have collaboration with other countries from the Western Balkans. Any interesting takes from that in, where does Kosovo stand in relation to the field compared to other Western Balkan countries? Where is Western Balkans heading to in terms of, STEM field? Yeah,
we are doing progress. We are doing the whole Western Balkan countries are doing the progress
in terms of women joining the sector.
Yes, because everywhere there are initiatives, and mostly being supported by international programs. So where they are budgeting, where they are doing the finances, it's much easier to work on that direction. And I'm a part of an international organization, WONI, of Budapest. And when I participate in the meetings, when I told them what we are doing here, like they are fascinating, because Kosovo is a small country. And for the Kosovo, one association to have 220 members for 5 years period, it's very ambitious. And all this engagement, in addition to our primary work, because mostly of us already work in the energy sector. And I think this gave us courage to go further.
You mentioned earlier that luckily we had some women who were early engaged in the field and you had role models to follow. Now, from my understanding from your work that you do now, you're providing a platform for young women to join a network of women who work in the same field and kind of look up to other women who have done or have taken those steps before.
Yeah, it's normally to continue that tradition.
Would you say something more on the role of networking in this field?
The network is, I think, the most important thing. I had the opportunity for myself to go 2 times on the programs in the United States. 12 years ago, I was a part of the Hope Fellowship program, Economy and Energy. And we were a group of 12 young women from Kosovo, being there for 6 weeks. And last year I was a part of another program that was promoting cybersecurity one, and I was the only member from Kosovo there, a part of the group of 23 countries from all around the world. And what I said at the end in the State Department was that when I came in the US for the first time, I heard for the first time the term networking. And when I came back 12 years later, and I was part of the group of the 23 countries that every day we are in contact in our WhatsApp group, I said that I fully understand the meaning of the network. So the networking is the main thing when you think of doing something. If young generations think of establishing their own companies or businesses, they start by thinking of making their network, local network, international network, and everything in the networking is correlation. You need to give something to get something, not just if you think of getting something or giving something, but it should be very in both directions.
What are some of the ways we can network in this field, aside from joining organizations such as yours? In terms of Kosovo, what are the options?
In the time of social media.
In the times.
In the time of
follow.
Follow.
Connect.
Follow, and for some time you can continuously see what they are doing, because sometimes the social media are presenting things that are not in fact.
What about shy people who follow you but never reach to you?
Encourage them to join us, to reach us. Yeah, encourage them. The people shouldn't be shy, and young generation, they have to follow their dream, not to be shy to follow the dream, to keep it very strictly with themselves, because if you love your profession, if you love you reach your professional title, you like your profession, then you will start to like your company where you're working. It doesn't matter if someone is challenging you with something, because the most important thing is that you are a part of that company. People may come and go, but you will remain there, and your contribution will be an essential part of that company.
Well, that's very, very insightful. Now, I'm thinking in terms of entrepreneurship. Considering that the field, it takes a lot of finances, I think, to establish a company in the energy sector, considering the high investment that would be needed. But would you say that aside from being an entrepreneur, someone can be an intrapreneur to bring new ideas and innovate or present with new projects to the place where they are working? Because you don't have to build something on your own, separated from the profession that you already have. You mentioned earlier that you brought up new initiatives to the company that you are working. What would be your take on that?
Yes, it's true. It's true, but sometimes the entrepreneurship is being inherited. And in case of being inherited, the young generations only continue that journey. And in other case that you gave, bringing new ideas, it's something else. Maybe someone cannot support their ideas financially. And in this case, it's very important they will find a new way to get the finances, to justify their startup initiatives. So start building step by step their own initiative, idea, and then when they reach the local market, then think of going abroad.
Well, thank you very much. This has been a very insightful conversation. Now, I wouldn't let you go without taking some advice or some final words to me personally. I'm not in the STEM field, but also to the women who are looking up to you, who you are being a role model to. What would your final words be towards them?
Being a mother of two.
Okay.
I'm giving advices every day, but not.
Do they listen?
Not trying to force my ideas to them. Yeah, because my both children, my son and daughter, they are not engineers. They have different orientations in their life. But my message for them and for you and for every young girl and boy in the Kosovo is to follow your dream, to believe in yourself, and when you start your journey of creating your personality, let it be filled with very small steps, but very stable steps.
Okay.
Doesn't matter the profession, try to be the first one. Just give an effort to be the number one.
I don't think I could have ended this conversation in better words than Miss Arijeta did for us today. Thank you very much for this insightful and wonderful conversation. I'm glad I had the chance to talk with you and cover all the topics that we did cover here. Thank you very much.
Thank you too for inviting me and for having this good conversation.
We will continue with more stories and insightful conversations with our other guests that will be joining us in this series of podcasts. See you later.